Good afternoon, traders. This is an aftermarket trade recap on EVK. I did take a trade pretty close to the beginning of this run. Unfortunately, I did have a meeting going on. I don't know if you guys watched my other videos. During the aftermarket hours, I almost always have a Zoom meeting that starts right around 4 p.m. when the aftermarket opens. So sometimes I don't take a trade, or other times I'll kind of be looking at the stock market in the background, and if I see something kind of obvious, I'll jump in, but I can't record my screen during the trade because I have the Zoom meeting thing. But anyway, so I saw this one running. It was on the top gainers list, and when I got to it, I felt like a little late because a good entry would have been for the break of this second candle here. I would have loved to get in right there, and then I think I would have felt better about hanging on to it for a while. But who knows? Because with the meeting going on in the background, it's really tough to just sit and hold these things, because I don't know when I'm going to be distracted and pulled away from the trade. So what I ended up doing, let me just show you my orders so that you can see I'm not just making this up. I did take a trade here. So I bought 8 shares here at 265. So that was right here. Basically, I was looking at this. This is not really a great 3-bar play, but it kind of resembles one. I guess you could consider it also just like a quick pullback, into this run here. But a real 3-bar play has to be at the beginning of a new direction. So you can see that this thing is already established like an upward trend, and it was already 3 candles into it by the time that this 3-bar play started forming. And my general rule is like not to get in after the third candle has already finished forming. So I did kind of break that rule, but I just saw a lot of volume coming in, and it seemed like it was almost all buyers. So I did jump in when it broke the high of this candle, and I got filled exactly where I wanted to, and it did chop around a little bit. I think you can see here this little bottoming tail, but not much. And this was my stop loss. And I've got this meeting going on in the background. So as soon as this thing popped up a little bit, I just started selling, and I definitely left a lot of money on the table. But you could argue I shouldn't have even been in this trade because I wasn't fully focused on it, or I couldn't fully focus on it. But an interesting little statistic that I collected from it. I'm kind of tabulating how many of the trades that I go into go all the way to 2R, right? That's what that 2R question mark is, and then I add up the total for the day if I would have just let everything go to 2R. And I did take some crappy trades in the aftermarket, and in the pre-market today, and that's eating away at my profits. But I had a really nice trade at the open that I got over 11% ROI on. And then this little front side trade here where I only was able to manage like 1.5% ROI on it because, again, I was distracted. But it definitely did go to 2R very easily, and I would have made, instead of this, I should calculate the ROI for that 2R, but basically it was like a $20 trade, a little bit more, and I made 32 cents on it, which again is over 1%, so that's good considering the cost of the trade. But I would have made $2.40 if I would have just held it to 2R, and that's over 10% of the cost of the trade. And maybe if I was focused on this thing 100% and not distracted, I may have sold half at 2R and then maybe held for a little bit more of this run. I don't know. But another thing, a strategy that I've been working with mostly the last couple of months has been selling half at 1R and then holding the rest until 2R. And if I would have done that, not holding rest until 2R, but holding the rest following the bottom of the 1 minute candle. So that would have meant I would have sold the other half here right around 329, which is way above 2R, 293, but that actually would have only gave me a $2 profit versus selling here, down here, but selling all my shares here. So it's really interesting stuff. The 2R thing is really compelling. I made a video about it earlier today, and you can watch that. But basically right now, if I would have taken all the exact same trades that I've taken so far the last 2 days, because I'm considering that the beginning of the week because that's when December started. Right now, I would be up $4.48, but instead I'm down $1.76 because I'm not holding all the way to 2R. So interesting stuff. So that I may start just taking every trade that I take. I may just put an order to sell at 2R and then see what happens. All right, so EVK is really running too, by the way. I just feel like right now it's too late to get into it. But man, this would have been a nice stock even to just hold a couple of shares after taking some profit around that 2R area. Let me just zoom out here a little bit. This thing is really, really running. And there's no news, at least as far as in Webull. So this is another great example of why you don't really need news to take a trade. If the volume is there and the price action is there, that's all you really need. So this thing is all the way up to 460 now. It's pretty crazy. But the spread right now is a sign that the volume is maybe waning a little bit, but it sure doesn't look like it. Yeah, I'm not sure why the spread is so big there. I don't think it was when I took my trade earlier. But anyway, this thing is really, really moving, but now it's so extended that I think, getting into it at this point would be a little bit risky. But this might be a top gainer in the morning as well. So I think it's already up over 100% just in the or about 100% just in the aftermarket. So anyway, that's my aftermarket trade. Again, it sucks that I had to, be distracted, but I don't know. I mean, guess I'm just glad or lucky that I got some profit and turned my my small red day into a green day, which started out as a very big red day from my first two trades. So anyway, at least I can end the day green, 27 cents, big deal. But all right, guys. Hope you guys had a good day trading, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.